Hello, everyone. Welcome in. This is Christo Mac. If you find any value or entertainment, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel as I'm trying to get to 1,000, which is a long way to go. But the more people that watch this and subscribe, the more videos I'll make, because it's hard to get motivated and make these videos when literally nobody is watching. But anyway, I want to talk about the poverty, what's considered the poverty level in America, and the hypocrisy of our criminal politicians, meaning all politicians, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, 99.9% of our politicians, criminals. But I come from a trucking background, and I'm an entrepreneur. And I think young people need to hear the truth and see the truth, because they are being enslaved at the umpth degree, and they're leaving college with 100K plus debt. It's horrific what's happening. But anyway, back to this quick video. So the poverty level, according to the United States Census Bureau, is $12,760, which is about $35 per day. And that's for a single person under 65 years old. And this is as of 2020. So this is 2 years outdated. But I just want you to take note, right, is what's considered poverty level. Now try to imagine you trying to live on $13,000 a year, okay? Now the average annual income, which is a year income for the average American, which is considered all people over 15 years old as of 2019. So this is probably a little more now, but $36,000 a year, right? If you're single. Now try to imagine if you do earn that much or less now. I got to tell you, you need to raise your income. I do not know how you're able to survive at $36,000. That is poverty. That is the real poverty line, right? To live a good life with your human basic needs all being met, right? Which we're going to get into in a moment. But here's the hypocrisy. So our Congress, which is our federal government, they earn $174,000 a year. And depending on if you're like Nancy Pelosi or the speaker, they earn up to $193,000. But this is actually outdated. I believe Nancy earns $220 now. She gave herself a raise. But we'll just stick with these numbers on the screen. Okay. So if the poverty level is $13,000, the average income is $36,000. Now, remember, this is average for all people 15 and over. So this is including the ultra billionaires, right? Meaning Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates. So if you took these people that are worth $200+ billion and you took them away, right? The average income would drop significantly. It would drop well below 30,000 annually. I don't know how you can live on that, and you know this because when you look at politicians, right? Meaning any politician, most of them, like Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, even Joe Biden, they've been politicians for 30, 40, 50 years, meaning they spent their entire adult lives in the elite class as politicians, right? Joe Biden became a senator at the age of 29 years old. Right out of college, pretty much. He literally has spent his entire adult life as a politician in the elite class. Yet he's trying to solve problems for the average American, which is baffling. He knows nothing about, because he's never walked a day in any of their shoes, because again, he spent pretty much his entire adult life in the elite class. So you have these politicians, these hypocrites, telling everyone that according to, their numbers, you should be able to live a good life on $36,000 a year. If that's the case, why do they earn $174,000 a year? I mean, heck, if they paid themselves $100K less, they'd still earn more than twice of what the average is. And mind you, they bank all this money because they have something called the Members Representative Allowance, which is just over $1 million. And they get that every year, which is basically money for them to live. So it covers clothes, wardrobe, travel. Most of them have personal drivers, and it all comes out of that Members Representative Allowance. So this money that you see, their salary, basically goes to the bank. And if they want to buy a personal car, they use this money. But basically, all their basic needs, including the best health care on the planet, is met and covered for free, just for being who they are, living on top of the mountain for decades and decades. So basically, in a nutshell, what does it take to live a good life? Well, number one, you need to eat healthy. So if you're earning $36,000 a year, anywhere from $13,000 to $36,000 a year, it's very difficult to eat a hearty, nutritious meal 3 times a day. And that's not it. And not McDonald's, not the dollar menu, healthy, nutritious, right? So that in its own right will cost probably, I'm not sure, at least $5,000 a year if you want to eat really healthy, depending on who you are, if you have a personal chef, or if you are the chef and you just need to buy high quality, healthy, nutritious ingredients that isn't, that doesn't have processed all over it and, all this garbage, hormones and antibiotics. The point is, that all costs more money. So, yeah, could you survive on McDonald's? Is that a basic need? Yeah, you could feed yourself with $36K a year. Again, same thing with health insurance. You have health insurance, but again, you see your doctor 1 to 2 times a year. You see him for about 10 to 20 minutes? Hey, how you doing, Christo? I'm doing good. Anything? How you feeling? Anything going on? Nope. Okay, I'll see you in 6 months. That's the healthcare we have been sold, and we pay $300+ a month just for the premium, not including the actual visits and procedures and whatever, right? So that's terrible healthcare, right? Meaning your doctor needs to run tests and prevent. If you're taking the patient's word on how they feel, if they're healthy or not, we're in trouble, right? It takes a lot more than 10 to 20 minutes to be diagnosed and treated for anything, right? When Nancy Pelosi goes and sees her doctor, I'm sure it takes way longer than 20 minutes. I'm sure they're running blood work, test after test, sample after sample. I have no doubt, right? It's the best of the best. And that's all free just because she is who she is, a politician. So politicians are no longer public servants, and they're telling us Americans that we should be able to live a good life, have a boat, take a vacation 2 weeks a year, and live happily on $36,000 a year, right? And not be in debt, another one, even though we're trillions of dollars in debt. And so if that's the case, put your money where your mouth is, Mr. and Mrs. Politician. Why do you earn $174,000? If you can live a good life on $36K and not be in debt, and let's see it, right? You're not paying for health insurance. You're not paying for transportation or wardrobe or food. Like, hello, housing, right? They all have apartments for free in Washington, D.C. If they want a personal house, they have to pay for that out of their own money, but everything's covered in D.C. Travel to and from, covered. Clothes, they got to look presentable, covered. Food, the best of the best, covered. Again, health insurance covered. Going to the gym, free gym membership all over the country, literally. So again, clearly you know it takes a lot more than $50K a year to live a healthy, nutritious life, right? Because again, they're the blueprints. They're the hypocrites. If you could live a good life on 50, 60K a year, then that's what they would be paying themselves. They pay themselves 174K because that's how much it actually really costs. Honest to God, I do not know how anybody survives on literally less than 100K a year. I am baffled at how this country is destroying our youth. And any young adult, God bless you. You need to raise your income and you need to really focus, because 100K isn't even 100K anymore. With inflation, it's not even close. It's probably more like 80K. It's insane. So the main purpose of this video is just to open anyone's eyes and just give you a different perspective on how you look at this. I am a capitalist, right? It may not sound like it in this particular video, but I am. But I'm also for what's right and fair. And this is ridiculous what is going on right now and what is being handed to our kids and our kids' kids. This is insane when you really look at it like this. Why do politicians earn 174K a year if you can live a good life on, I don't know, 36K or 50K or 100K? Again, they're the elite class and everyone else is second class. Stop voting for these old dinosaurs that have never spent a day in their life as an adult, not in politics. We need young, vibrant, motivated people to step into politics and fix what is happening, because these dinosaurs that just destroy this country with bad policy after bad policy, and it all starts with themselves. They pay themselves the most, give themselves the best, while they dish out what's left for everyone else as they live on top of the mountain, trying to solve everyday people's needs, even though they know nothing about any of it. So God bless everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, please, if you found any value.